So welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Hopefully I have sound. Something funny happened there with the sound. So what's your favorite moment in the day? For me at the moment, so I get up early, I go for a walk, I do some gardening, and then around 6 o'clock, I go for a dip in my river at the bottom of the garden. And so my favorite moment is walking into the river. And I can feel on the inside that I start to speed up because it's cold. I'm speeding up, and then I just land deeply into my body. And it's like I slow everything down in that moment. And there's nature all around me, and there's trees above me. And it's just this moment of, yeah, it's just so beautiful. So what's your favorite moment at the moment? At the moment, like what harnesses you or engages you or really touches you in your day? And just yeah, be aware. Do you do it every day? Do you practice it? Do you think about that thing and go, oh yes, this is a resource for me in my day, in my life? Yeah, my dip travels with me through my day. So come lie on your back. I've no real idea what we're going to do. We're going to do the light sequence with the wave, probably some swan. So come lie on your back. So landing. Nice. And then just squeeze your right knee up towards you and hug it in. And just feel your spine settle with that sensation, with that feedback. Nice. And then smush your knee from side to side. So I'm holding onto my knee and I'm pulling it a little bit towards center and then out to the side. And I just have a deep sense of the bones of my hip and my lower back as I do this. And then release your knee and draw a circle with your thigh, with your knee in the air above you. And I'm pushing my left foot a little bit more firmly into the floor. And I'm really anchoring down through my shoulders, through my lower back. Change direction. Can you make the movement slower? Can you make it smoother? And can you really arc into your deepest range of wellness? So, what is your range of wholesomeness as you do this? Nice. Squeeze your knee up towards you and then let it travel out long so it floats just above the floor. And pause and imagine that you're pushing a stone away from you with your foot, with your heel. And then draw your knee up towards you. Arms are long beside you. And I'm squeezing deeply with my abdominal muscles as I draw my knee up. And then I let it travel out. And I pause, really leaning into the sense of the lengthening. Nice. Draw your knee up, squeeze it in, feel your abdominal muscles engage, and then send it out. And I'm feeling like I'm really strong in my abdominal muscles and in my leg. So I have this sense of power in my leg as I push something. Like, I don't know if you've ever put your back to a wall and tried to push a couch with your legs. So it's that kind of action of strength and engagement into the push of my heel away. One more time. Nice. Other side. Squeeze the left knee up towards you and hug it in. Let your spine settle, your hips settle. Really feel, yeah, feel, feel your hip. And so there was a deeper breath for me and something softened as I really allowed myself to be more present into my hip. And then smush your hip from side to side. So bring your knee to center and then out to the side, but I'm doing it under tension, under pressure as such. So I'm really feeling the acetabulum, the femoral head, the bones of my pelvis and my leg as they meet, as they move off each other. Nice. Release your leg, arms long beside you, and then draw a big circle with the left knee. Again, my right foot is pushing down firmly. My spine is really connected to the floor. So I'm trying to minimize the movement in my torso and really trying to stabilize through the belly so that my inner thigh is lengthening more so than my pelvis rocking. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Squeeze your knee up towards you, hug it in for a moment. And then stretch long into that left heel and just pause there and feel like you're pushing a stone away from you with your left heel. Nice. And then begin to travel. So squeeze your knee as close as you can towards you. Feel the power in your leg and then push from the beginning the stone away from you. So I have a sense of really deeply aware of the power of my leg. Pull your knee towards you and then push from the beginning. It's like a kind of a tensioning in the muscle or a contraction while I lengthen. There's a name for this. Is it concentric or eccentric or something? A contracting, lengthening muscle. And again, squeeze your knee as close as you can towards you. And then slowly, slowly, slowly push your heel away. Nice. Cool. Squeeze both knees towards you. Hug them both in. And then let both feet tap the toes to the floor really lightly. Squeeze your knees towards you, pull them towards you with your hands, and then touch the floor lightly. Just feel that in your tummy, in your torso. Nice. And then stretch your legs out at a 45-degree angle from your hips. And have your arms long beside you. And we're just going to stretch long and then squeeze both knees towards you. And so I feel a little bit like a spring that has recoil and then stretch. And find the angle that's right for you. Maybe 45-degree angle is too strong. Maybe you go a little bit higher towards vertical. Nice. One more time. It's been a while since we've done these guys. I can feel it in my rib cage. Cool. So one more version of this. So push both hands into both knees and really engage and push, draw your shoulders away from your ears and actually feel the push of your hands into your knees and then pull your knees towards your hands. So feel that. Relax. Draw your shoulders down, push your hands into your knees and then pull your knees towards your towards your hands. It should feel like you're doing a tug of war inside yourself. Keep that push on the right side and slowly lengthen the left side. You can lengthen your left arm overhead or find whatever angle suits. And then elbow to knee, touch, and then lengthen. Keep the deep push on the right side. Touch, lengthen, touch, lengthen. Genie, Mimi. Oh my God. It's been ages since we've done this. So, really push your left hand into your knee, push your knee into your hand, feel that deep connection, and then lengthen the right side. Touch. Okay, we got to do this for the next few days. Touch. Touch. Last one. Touch. Nice. Bring both feet to the floor. Oh, rock your knees from side to side. Oh, it feels very nice. And just let the movement really soften out because we were doing very linear contraction of the abdominal muscles and the spine. So now we're really releasing, mobilizing, moving, putting other patterns in, which are very nice. Nice. And just pause for a moment and center. Let that settle. So we're going to do glider swings and then we're going to stand up. So drop your knees down towards the left and the top leg is the right leg here. And this right leg will swing forward and backwards and stay parallel to the floor. So draw your right knee up towards your left shoulder and feel the deep squeeze of gliders into your rib cage, into your shoulder, and just pause there and pull your right shoulder back a little bit more. And as I pull my shoulder back, my left leg begins to engage a little bit more. So I have this like the floor is really powerful beneath me, and my right knee is pulling up towards my left shoulder. And then slowly swing your right leg back so your toes are reaching towards the right, but my knee is low to the floor. And then swing your knee up. So swinging gliders or glider swing. So yeah, so there's this really interesting place kind of where my knees are kind of above each other, where I have to, it's like there's a speed bump in my movement. And it's just like, wow, that's so interesting. So I'm slowing down in that place. Glider swings. And then see if you can move your foot 1 centimeter more backwards. So you're really challenging the backward movement of your foot. And you notice where that new distance or new range comes from. For me, my buttock on the right has to engage, and I feel this something stronger in my rib cage to bring my foot backwards. Nice. Come back to center. Pause. Drop your knees down towards the right. Glide the left knee, left knee up towards the right shoulder, and just pause there in gliders. Draw your left shoulder down more. And when I feel my left shoulder engaging, automatically my right leg is helping me because there is a push into my right knee. So push your right knee more into the floor, and you'll find your left shoulder is more connected. That cross body connectivity. Nice. And then begin to swing that left leg backwards and up into gliders. Oh, I'm just discovering something new about this range. My knee lifts higher on this side than the other side. Oh, very nice. I'm not forcing it to change. I'm just being really aware that the range of motion of wellness on this side has a different pathway. And now I'm going to begin to challenge that backward movement of my foot traveling backwards. Where does that extra centimeter come from? I can feel it in my bum, in the strengthening of my lower back, in the stability of my ribs. Even in the pull of my left elbow backwards does something to help me have foot range. One more time. Oh, stretch your legs out long, come to pause. Super. Roll all the way over and come all the way up into your downward dog, actually. Come into a downward dog. So you can do a downward dog. If you're not putting pressure into your hands, you can do downward dog against a wall. Or you can find a way where you lean forward. Or what we're trying to do is just find a space where our torso and our legs at a 90-degree angle to each other. Have a bit of a wiggle. Just find your legs here this morning. Find your arms. Feel into your torso. The duck is having her ducklings should be hatching today, I think. So I'll keep an eye out, and if we have ducklings tomorrow, I'll tell you. It's very sweet. She's such a lovely little mama duck. She's so lovely. So great. Come forward to the front of your mat, and we're going to do a little bit of the light sequence. Sorry, my clock. Cool. Yes, we have time. So, front of your mat. Hold on to a stick or the wall with the right side. I'm going to do it in the other direction today. And then just sweep your left foot as big as you can. What's the biggest circle that you can make? Oop. And so I'm really, I'm trying to make it forward as much as I can and behind me. So now I'm starting to bend my standing leg more. So if I do it with my leg straight, the range is one way. But if I do it with my knee bent, my range is bigger. How do you make the biggest circle? Whew, great. Other side. Hold on to your stick. Bend your standing leg. And what's the biggest circle that you can make? And what does your torso do? Interesting. So if I want to bring my foot way over towards behind me, I'm going to lean my torso away to find that range. Super, cool. Keep holding onto your stick or the wall, and then bring your left foot to the top of the right knee and just lean forward and look at your foot. Give thanks for this wonderful foot. Get a bit closer. Get a bit closer. Nice. Other side. Foot to your knee. Lean forward. Get a bit closer. And again, a little bit closer. Nice. Come all the way up. Super. Nice. That felt very nice. Hands to your hips. Roll into your hips. And then roll in the other direction. Super. So, step your left foot back. And so it's turned at a 45-degree angle, but keep the front leg straight. And so we're going to do a slightly different version. So pull your left elbow back into lawnmower and then slide your right hand down your right leg and then come back up. Actually, bring your left hand to your hip and slide your right hand down the straight front leg and come back up. So push your hand a little bit more into your leg as you slide, so there's a little bit more contact. Nice. And then make the contact really, really light. Super. So find the end of your range, which is as far as you can go when you just pop down, and then come back around 6 inches. Pull your left elbow up, so you bring your thumb to the front of your left shoulder and dial in your twist, and then extend your left hand up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to use my bottom hand as stability, and then I'm going to reach really tall up through that top hand. Nice. Bend your front knee, bring your forearm to your front thigh, and really lean into that front thigh with your elbow. Super. Drop your left hand down to your left hip, and then turn towards the floor and drop your left shoulder down towards the floor, and then pull away. Left shoulder down. Pull away, back. Left shoulder down. Nice. Step forward. Other side. So step your right foot back. Bring your right hand to your hip and then slide your left hand down your left thigh, down towards your foot, and come back up. And I'm sideways, so my ear is moving down And I feel it in the side of my waist more so than looking down, which is more my spine and the back of my body. I really feel it in the side of my body. And again. Nice. Now push your hand into your thigh as you go. Really strong contact. And then have really light contact. Nice. Next time you travel down, travel to the end of your physical range and then come back up around 6 inches. Dial in your twist by pulling your right elbow up and extending your right hand up towards the ceiling. Stabilize by having contact on wherever you're holding, and then reach your top hand even higher. Breathing into it, leaning into it, expanding into it. Nice. Bend your front knee, bring your forearm to your thigh, really lean into it, and then bring your right hand to your right hip and turn your chest towards the floor, and then twist sideways. Floor, sideways. Nice. And again, floor, sideways. Super cool. Bring yourself all the way down to the floor, whatever way that you do. How do you do that? Land on the floor. Lie on the floor. Just feel the floor beneath you. And then roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. And then roll in the other direction. Your feet can be on the floor or your knees can be up towards you. And then just sway your knees from side to side. Just feeling that through your hips, through your pelvis. Nice. And pause. You can pause with your feet on the floor, with your legs long, with the soles of your feet together. And just pause. Like that moment where I meet the intensity of the river and then really drop into a slower, deeper place in myself. I'm going to use that skill now. I'm like really dropping like a stone in a well. How lovely. So thanks for joining me. Very nice to be here this morning. Yeah, it was so lovely. I remembered yesterday, I was like, oh my God, we haven't done triangles in ages. And so, yeah, yum. Be well, be awesome, be you. And I've been really thinking about, how to be authentically yourself. How to, somebody was saying last night, I had this wonderful conversation, and it was like, let your no's be a no and your yeses be a yes. And so that when you say no, it's just really clear. And then when you say yes, it's like really, really clear. Let your no's be a no and your yeses be a yes. So I'll see you tomorrow. That's a yes from me. And be well, be awesome, be you. Thanks for joining me. Ta-ta. Slán.